I'm Allie Cartwright, and this is Q and Allie. You have questions, and I have insight. This week, we are talking all about working on and with your inner child. So, I wanted to talk about this, one, because I got inspired by one of my mentors, the amazing Tess Whitehurst, who put together this incredible idea for a meditation, which we are going to discuss for our meditation moment this week in a little while. But also because I find that with all of the challenges that are happening in the world right now and all of the difficulties everybody are going through, that a lot of what is coming up is people having triggered reactions to things because of trauma that they dealt with in their childhood. And now I want to make it very, 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 very clear that any trauma you experienced when you were a child, not your fault at all. You are not to be blamed for any of the trauma that you went through as a child. Even if you feel like you did something horrible, you were a child. So please, 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 please have grace for yourself and for the child that you once were, the inner child that lives within you, all of the different aspects of yourself that are within you, because all of your past selves are inside of you, which is why you can be triggered by things that bring up difficulties you went through in childhood. So, the wonderful thing is, as an adult with mindfulness and awareness and proper education about how to work with your energy and everything, you can heal past trauma. You can work on yourself. You can get curious about why you react to things and then release all of that stuck, stagnant energy that's been in there since you were a kid and let it go. Okay, so we're going to jump right into our meditation moment for this week. And again, this was an idea I got from one of my mentors, Tess Whitehurst. She did this amazing loving kindness meditation with a group I am in that she leads. And it was a loving kindness meditation. Now, those of you not familiar, loving kindness meditation, you generally go through and you send loving kindness to other people, to the world, and to yourself through the progression of the meditation. And in this loving kindness meditation, you're going to send loving kindness to yourself at different ages. So the way I set up my meditation on this idea was, first, you're going to picture yourself as a small child. This can be anywhere from infancy to about school age or a little above. And you're just going to see what image of yourself as a kid comes up, and you're going to send them loving kindness. You're going to envision them being showered in love and affection and gifts. And then you move on and you're going to do yourself as a big kid. So this would be like school age up until teenage. And then you're going to do it with yourself as a teenager, sending loving kindness to your teenage self. And finally, next, you're going to send loving kindness to yourself as an adult. And I didn't put an age range on here because everybody here is pretty wide range of ages. So you're going to send loving kindness to yourself as an adult at some point in your adult life. Whatever pops up is correct for the meditation. And then finally, you're going to send loving kindness to yourself as you currently are. This is such a cool meditation. I was so glad that she had the idea because really, it's so beneficial to send all of the past incarnations of yourself in this lifetime love, grace, and acceptance, because the more that you put those beautiful high vibrational energies into that energy of what was you, the more that vibration rises, so your inner child can heal. Okay, our mindful moment for this week is having to do with what I was talking about earlier, with noticing that a lot of people are being very, very triggered by the immense challenges going on in the world right now because of trauma that they went through when they were younger. So this week, as you're getting mindful about this, what I want you to really notice is if you find yourself getting triggered, feeling anxious or fearful or angry or any type of challenging emotion, and you realize that there's not really like a current reason for you to be triggered by that, and it has, you notice this has to do with something you went through in childhood. So you just get curious about that. Notice how you're reacting, why you're reacting, what's causing it. Contemplate how you have made strides with that already, because I guarantee you you healed bits of trauma from your childhood, even if you aren't aware of it and did it subconsciously. You have to survive. So think about the ways in which you have healed from that trauma, and then think about the ways in which you still need to heal and the ways that you can work on healing that within yourself. It's such a powerful thing to just get curious, you guys. Whenever you are having an issue, you can just get curious about it. It's so good. And that leads us to our mantra moment for the week. I honor my past by learning from it. You know, I had some pretty heavy trauma in my childhood, and I can honestly say I would not change it, even though there were really horrible things, because I'm so proud of who I am becoming, who I am now. I'm so thankful for all of the lessons I have learned. I'm so thankful that I get to be me. Because if I hadn't gone through that really horrible stuff, then I might never have needed healing so badly that I tapped into the power of meditation and mindfulness. You just don't know. So I would never want to undo any of it, because I'm really satisfied with who I've become and who I am continuing to become. And I want that for all of you. So the more that you can just be open to the learning and to the healing and the release of trauma, the better off you're going to be. Now, a little note on that. I want you to be really careful to never victim blame. If there is trauma that pops up and you seriously don't have the capability to deal with it, like getting curious about it just makes things worse, and that is possible with extreme trauma, that's okay. Don't get mad at yourself for having issues with working on yourself. Grace is really important. You are amazing, you're wonderful, and you are doing all that you can to be your best self, and that is all that anyone can really ask of you, or should really ask of you. So just again, this mantra allows you to really step into the truth that you can honor everything you have been through by learning from it and allowing yourself to heal and grow as you are able to do so. All right, well, I am super excited for you all to look at this week because it can be such an amazing, amazing thing to get curious about your past traumas and your triggers so that you can start to heal and work through them on a conscious level. It's just so good. And that's that for this week. If you have a question or an issue that you would love to see me talk about on another episode of Q and Allie, feel free to send that in to submissions@alliecartwright.com. And you might see your question on another episode of Q and Allie. Until then, live fully, laugh lots, and love yourself.